They say the jungle doesn't forgive. It swallows men whole, bones, boots, and all, then spits out legends to haunt the living. I'm Maximus, and after the amulet's storm and Dubai clawed its way into my dreams, I thought I'd learned my lesson. Secrets like that, they don't stay buried, they hunt you. The lapis stone around my neck hummed like a trapped hornet, pulling me south across oceans, whispering of waters that drowned worlds and cities that clawed back from the green abyss. It led me here, to Peru's shadowed fringe, where desert meets devourer. July 2025. The headlines screamed it. Peñico unearthed. 3,800-year-old Caral citadel, a trade empire lost to time. 8 years of digs, led by the indomitable Dr. Ruth Shady, finally cracking the soil to reveal platforms, plazas, and pathways that once buzzed with merchants from the Andes to the Amazon. But I knew, as I always do, that the maps lied. The real curse, it waits in the wet dark, where roots twist like serpents and the air tastes of rot and revelation. I landed in Lima under a sky bruised purple, the city's chaos a welcome slap after Dubai's sterile gleam. Horns blared, street vendors hawked ceviche from carts slick with humidity, and the Pacific crashed against the cliffs like an old grudge. No cab this time. I'd arranged a ride with a local fixer named Mateo, a wiry Quechua descendant with tattoos of condors snaking up his arms and eyes that saw through lies like fog. Gringo loco, he grinned as we loaded my gear into his battered Jeep, duffel stuffed with the amulet, a satellite phone, and enough quinine to choke a mosquito swarm. You chase Shady's ghost city, Peñico, the old ones call it the Swallowed One. 8 years they dig, and now it opens to tourists. But you go deeper, no? Into the green hell? I climbed in, the amulet warm against my chest, deeper than bones, Mateo. The whispers say it's linked to floods, to falls, like Atlantis, but with teeth. He spat out the window, the Jeep lurching onto the Pan American Highway North. Atlantis? Ha! Here we have Viracocha's tears. The creator wept rivers that buried the proud. Peñico wasn't just trade, cotton, squash, shells from the coast to the highlands. It was a knot in the web, tying Caral's dawn to something older. But disturb the knot, and the web bites. The drive blurred into a fever dream, coastal dunes giving way to the Supe Valley's bone-dry flats, then the sudden assault of jungle, lianas draping like nooses, howler monkeys screaming territorial curses from the canopy. By dusk, we reached the site, a sprawl of cordoned pyramids and trenches under camouflage netting, ringed by floodlights that hummed against the encroaching night. Dr. Shady's team had transformed it from dust to wonder. Circular plazas etched with geoglyphs, sunken courts that once held rituals under starlit skies. But the fringes, that's where the jungle pushed back. Vines reclaiming stone like jealous lovers. Ruth Shady met me at the edge of the main platform, her silver-streaked hair tied back, hands caked in ochre clay. We'd emailed after my Dubai dispatch hit academic circles. Maximus, your anomaly sounds like sympathetic resonance. Come see ours. She was steel wrapped in tweed, a pioneer who'd unearthed Caral itself 2 decades prior. You're early, she said, wiping her brow. Monsoon season's flirting early this year. Blame the amulet, I replied, flashing it. Her eyes narrowed. Not skepticism, but the spark of a hunter scenting prey. Inside the command tent, the air was thick with the scent of damp earth and instant coffee. Maps sprawled across tables, LiDAR scans revealing Peñico's footprint, over 50 structures, irrigation canals snaking like veins, all dated to 1800 to 1500 BC, a post-Caral bloom after that elder culture's collapse. Trade hub extraordinaire, Ruth explained, tracing routes on a holographic projector. Spondylus shells from Ecuador, obsidian from the highlands, exchanged for woven textiles. But here's the enigma: subsurface voids. Tunnels? Chambers? We've poked, but the jungle fights back. Roots like iron bars. I nodded, the amulet tingling. And the legends? The curse of the swallowed? She leaned in, voice dropping. Locals whisper of Ñaco, a serpent spirit that guards the depths. Dig too deep, and it floods the unfaithful. Folklore, Maximus. But we've lost tools, equipment vanishes, and the birds, they circle like mourners before rain. We geared up at false dawn, the team a motley forge. Me, Ruth, her lead excavator Carlos, a stocky mestizo with a laugh like breaking waves, and Sophia, a botanicani in every leaf. Mateo handled logistics, his jeep now a lifeline to the nearest village. Our focus, Trench 7, a promising scar on the site's eastern flank, where LiDAR hinted at a collapsed adit, perhaps an aqueduct, or escape route from some ancient deluge. The jungle was a living beast that first day. Machetes sang through cecropia and bromeliads, the air a sauna at 35 degrees, laced with the metallic tang of impending storm. Insects swarmed like biblical plagues, and every shadow hid a fer-de-lance's coil. We hacked a path to the trench, a 10-meter gash already knee-deep in red clay, its walls stratified like the pages of a forbidden book. "Cuidado!" Carlos called as I descended the ladder, probing with a trowel. The earth yielded grudgingly, shards of pottery etched with motifs of serpents devouring suns. Sophia cataloged. Inca influence? No, pure Caral but twisted, like they knew something was coming. By midday, sweat blurred my vision, and the amulet burned hot. That's when the birds started. Not the casual chatter of macaws, but a dirge. Harsh cries echoing from the canopy, circling our trench like vultures over a fresh kill. Ñaco's heralds, Mateo muttered, from the rim, crossing himself. They sang before the 92 floods wiped a village. I shook it off, driving the shovel deeper. 2 feet in, the earth shifted, not crumbled, but parted, like flesh under a scalpel. A glint, stone. "Contact!" I yelled. The team scrambled down, headlamps piercing the gloom. It was a slab, bas relief, a procession of figures bearing offerings to a yawning maw, water spewing from its throat. Ruth's breath caught, bas lift, but look at the script, not standard Caral, proto-something, Atlantean echoes. Plato described rings of water and earth. This! Thunder grumbled agreement, the sky splitting open. Rain hammered down, turning the trench to slurry. We clawed for higher ground, but the deluge was biblical. Sheets of water cascading from the hills, the jungle floor a river in seconds. Tents upstream tore free, slamming into us like battering rams. Carlos vanished in the froth. Sophia screamed as vines snapped like whips. "Maximus, the amulet!" Ruth shouted over the roar, her hand on my arm. It blazed now, blue fire licking its edges, sinking with the lightning's flash. Then the cries. Not birds, deeper, resonant from the earth itself. Laughter? Wails? A chorus in a language of stone and vine, Quechua roots twisted with something primordial. We hunkered in the command tent, lashed to stakes, the storm a howling fiend. Lightning forked, illuminating the slab we'd dragged inside. That's when the tunnel revealed itself. The flood had scoured the trench wall, exposing a cleft, man-made, arched with cyclopean blocks now slick with mud. It's open," Sophia whispered,
her sketch pad ruined but eyes alight. Against Ruth's protests, we wait for daylight. I grabbed a torch and crawled in. The amulet led, its glow painting the walls in sapphire. The tunnel narrowed, roots probing like fingers, but widened into a chamber, 20 feet across, vaulted like a cathedral of the damned. Frescoes adorned the walls, vibrant still, ochre and cinnabar defying 3,800 years. Scenes of bounty, traders in reed boats, pyramids rising under harvest moons. But at the heart, a cataclysm. Waves crashing over stone rings, figures fleeing serpents with human faces, and there, central, a queen.
Arm raised, her diadem a twin to my amulet's stone. The veil, I murmured. Preservation, like Ubar. Lightning struck outside, and the frescoes moved. Not trick of light, shadows danced, colors shifting as if breathed. The queen's eyes locked on mine, her lips parted in silent prophecy. Visions crashed over me, the amulet a conduit. I was there, Peñico in glory, canals fed by mountain tears, markets alive with quipu-knotted ledgers and shell necklaces worth empires. The queen, Inti they called her, chanted atop the central platform, invoking the serpent Ñaco, not as destroyer, but guardian. Swallow us, brother, from the great wave, she implored, as priests sealed the tunnels with slabs, flooding the upper world. Not collapse, salvation. A parallel to Atlantis's rings, submerged not by hubris, but mercy. The flood came from the east, a mega-tsunami from Andean quakes, drowning the coast in salt and silt. Peñico's people retreated to the depths, waiting for the waters to recede. The vision shattered with a crack. Carlos bursting in, drenched and wild-eyed. El Rio, it's rising, the floods breaching the valley. Water lapped at the chamber's lip, the jungle's revenge. But the frescoes glowed brighter, the queen's arm pointing to a side alcove, concealed by root-woven drapery. I slashed it free, a secondary tunnel sloping upward, dry as bone. This way, I roared. We piled in, the amulet's pulse a beacon, the cries now guiding, Ñaco's song, not curse, but lullaby. The storm peaked as we emerged on a ridge, the valley below a churning cauldron. Tents, gear, the main site swallowed. But Trench 7? The flood had veered, carving a new course around the sealed heart, as if the earth itself diverted the deluge. Sophia gasped, "The prophecy, it saved us." Dawn broke sullen, the sun a reluctant witness. Ruth's team tallied the losses, minimal miraculously. The tunnel, mapped, documented, its frescoes photographed in the wet gleam. Scans confirmed, a network linking Peñico to Coral's core, veins of trade and escape, and the link to Atlantis? Whispers of ringed cities, water-veiled preservations, echoes across oceans, perhaps carried by ancient sailors. But as we packed, the amulet cooled, its blue fading to indigo. The cries lingered in my ears, a promise or plea. Further, brother, to the shadows of the Maya, where calendars end and new worlds begin. This wasn't unearthing a city, it was awakening one. The jungle gave me a thread in the web, but spiders watch the weavers. Join me next into Belize's midnight ruins. The curses, they're weaving tighter.